This is me, a couple of weeks ago, working away and enjoying my revamped desk setup. Little did I know that after watching the video I made on YouTube, my mum decided she wanted me to put together a decent work from home desk setup for her too.
Desktop makeover too, please.
So of course, as her son, I felt obligated to pop on over and just tweak a few things. When I say tweak, I mean a complete overhaul. Over the years, my mum's office had just become a bit of a dumping ground. Lots of old stuff that just needed a better home, and even a Stairmaster 3000 that I bought for mum for Christmas 3 years ago is now archived in the room just collecting dust. The state of her old desk looked like a death trap, so enough's enough. We desperately needed to give this room a makeover and to turn it into a space that is a pleasure to work in. So in this desk setup, it's more aimed for people who maybe are doing more admin and general day-to-day work rather than needing a full-blown photo and editing workstation for a power-hungry workflow. Or maybe you just want to improve on the laptop or computer you already have. Hopefully this video will give you beautiful people some good ideas and inspirations for your home desk setup. And with that, let's get straight into it. So we are keeping the budget under £500 for this desk setup, so we may need to beg, borrow, and well, beg some more a little for this one. So to generate a little bit more extra cash for this setup, I'm going to need to completely gut the room and sort out all the items. Stuff that needs to be kept to what will be sold online and donated to charity. Sorting through all these items, I just asked my mum these 3 simple questions. Does this object serve a purpose? Is this item important? Do you use this often? And if it's a no, we will sell it or donate it to charity. Now it's clear, I need to get a general idea of the whole space of the room. It's a very small office, so too much furniture will make this space look too tight to work in. So I just wanted to block out where things will go before I started lugging heavy gear back into the room. Mum loved the Alex drawer setup at my place, so I went and ordered her the same but in white. The next step now was then building all the pieces of the new furniture we got from IKEA, working out where the best spot to put the desk was and how to utilise the small space we had to work with. So we have 12 swirly things, but we need 6 wooden nubbins. Will you just relax, man? We'll find the wooden nubbins, okay? Look, will you just cut the camera? They don't need to see this. So my desk setup uses a lot of dark colours, but for this small space, it was a better idea to use lighter colours. Not only will it give it a softer look, but it will also help make the space look larger. Too many dark colours will make this small room feel claustrophobic. So the colours we decided to go for were white and grey along with a light pine wood. I also managed to salvage a kitchen worktop that was going to get chucked away. This worktop is absolutely massive. Well, when I say massive, I mean 145 centimetres or 56 inches from my American friends, which looks pretty massive in this room anyway. Plus, it's super thick, so no worries about it bending over time. This also saved us spending £100 on a work surface, so the money we actually save here will go towards other desktop accessories like a better keyboard and mouse combo maybe. Over the desk, I installed a floating shelf for light ornaments and a few plants. These ivy plants thrive in shady spots and should eventually hang over each side of the shelf nicely. Along with this massive devil's ivy plant to the side of the room, an aloe vera on the desk itself, and finally a spider plant on the top shelf of the cupboard. I think the air quality will be like that of a small biodome. Adding more plants to your space really does make it feel more alive and inviting. Obviously they will need a little bit of TLC, but I think it's well worth it. Just make sure those plants can thrive indoors and are happy in the shade. Learned that the hard way. I think I accidentally killed more plants in my office than I'm actually willing to talk about. Anyway, the printer we went for was a wireless one from Hewlett-Packard, and because it's wireless, we placed it on one of the higher shelves of the cupboard over in the corner of the room, freeing up much needed space from the desk area. As well as housing the printer, anything that wasn't being used much equipment and cable-wise was now marked up and stored in the cupboard below. I love the amount of storage space you can get with these Alex drawers from IKEA. These 10 drawers will have more than enough space to keep all the essentials at arm's reach without cluttering the room. For the desk mat this time around, I went for an extra large grey non-slip felt one from Amazon. It has a nice soft work surface and also serves as a visual anchor that breaks up the desk nicely. Now with the foundation of the desk finally prepped, it was time to move on to the hardware. Using an Apple MacBook Pro with this setup, so docking the monitor will be easy with its HDMI output. In keeping with the wood and white colour palette of the room, I grabbed a wooden laptop stand from Etsy. I love the simple way it fits together and I think it looks pretty nice on the desk. And of course the main backbone of this setup is the monitor, which is a 24-inch display from Dell. It comes in at under $180 and it's fine for office use, but its main strength I would say is for general productivity and admin use. The main keyboard I went for this desk setup was the K2 wireless from Keychron. Married of course with my mouse of choice, the MX Master from Logitech. Going wireless is definitely the way to go to help maintain the overall minimal look of this entire workspace. Plus the ergonomics of the keyboard and mouse are amazing. To keep the look as clean as possible, I hid away the cables using the same cable tray method as my desk setup at home. To avoid running a cable across the room, I drilled a hole to feed the additional power to the desk. This kept the cables out of sight and freed up the plugs in the room for the wireless printer. For audio, nothing fancy, a pair of second generation Apple AirPods as they integrate easily to the MacBook, keeping things nice and wire-free. And for lighting, I kept things super simple again with an accent light strip attached to the back of the monitor. The space above the monitor and below the shelf still looked a bit bare. So after much deliberation, I opted to purchase this A3 magnetic poster hanger from the Pen Gallery store, which is very local to me. And with that, I printed out this A3 calendar sheet for it. To help keep good posture, we managed to source a chair from Mum's work. It's totally adjustable and ideal for this workspace. It's crazy how colours and the reorientation of your space can have a big impact on your mood and productivity. I hope this video has given you some good ideas too, but the big question is, did Mum like her new office space? Nope, she hated it. Just kidding, she loves it. After working in the office for a couple of days now, Mum found it to be a huge impact on her focus, work and general productivity. Now, if you enjoyed this little desk setup video, you may also like my home office workspace video right here. All the links to the items are in the description below. If you have any questions about this video, be sure to give me a shout also in the comments below. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.